everyone. Well, welcome to a different vlog, as I decided, since I'm on the American side of the falls today, to check out the American side of the falls and Goat Island, which we're right next to the bridge for. A little insider tip, there is actually free parking on the rapids side just behind me that you saw a second ago. And yeah, you can walk up to the bridge and cross over to Goat Island right over here. Niagara Falls. The town of Niagara Falls on the American side is right here. Before you do your journey, usual tourist spots before crossing over into Goat Island. Try to cover both sides of this bridge, as the view from both sides is quite unique. As you get different perspectives of the rapids coming in from Lake Erie just before they hit the falls. As we cross here, we're on the Lake Erie side. Parking that I referred to is right over there. Hopefully it will be a positive experience once I come back. The falls themselves are on this side of the bridge, which when we return I'll get a shot for you of that perspective. There is actually another bridge beyond this one, as this is just the traffic bridge or vehicle traffic bridge. As you can see, there's a pedestrian bridge which we'll hit over on that side later. But for now, you have this to marvel at. Some very powerful rapids. Not sure if they're the most powerful in the world, but they certainly are nothing that you would want to mess about in. Just tons and tons of water. Or thousands and thousands of gallons, millions of gallons maybe, of water that travels over these falls every single minute. There is a bit of a walk to reach the actual falls on the right side of Goat Island that we're headed to, so when I see you again, we'll be heading straight over to the edge of the falls. One more shot for you though. As you can see, occasionally ice moving through the current as the thaw begins. Soon we will have spring. You can actually see the rock structure underneath the falls as well. Let's carry on. One bonus of coming in at this time where it's still a bit chilly, so we officially go into the parking area of Niagara Falls State Park. There is nobody here. It is a Monday, and like I said, early March, a little chilly, but at the same time, yeah, normally this place would be, it probably will be soon enough, just thronged and overflowing with tourists. You can see the prospect point just ahead where we'll probably end this vlog. It's the bridge that looks out over the falls from this side is. Don't think I'll be paying for that today, since we get quite a better view of the falls anyway on the Canadian side that most of us are familiar with. Cave of the Winds is just ahead, however, as is the visitor center, which I'm going to quickly visit before we hit our other destinations here. Alright, well here we go. It's a little foggy because I just came in from the outside, from the inside to the outside, but it should probably clear up in a second. It's actually not that much different than what I'm seeing right now, but it's the first time I've ever actually looked at the place that I frequent on the other side, which is good old familiar Niagara Falls, Canadian side. As you can see, you can barely make out the Skyline Tower to the right. To the left is the Marriott. Just below is the old power station, which means that just a short walk this way, down this path, we will hit the Horseshoe Falls from the American side. Technically the Canadian Falls, but I'm curious to see what the vantage point and the lookout, or what the perspective is like from this side. You can actually just start to see it there ahead of us. Every time I've been here, at least on the other side of the river, I've always seen this side, again, just overrun with tourists and visitors alike. So we're getting a nice little treat here, with it almost to ourselves, essentially. There they are. Oh Jesus, the fog and the mist is just not combining for the best of viewing. There is actually a lower platform just ahead. However, that is not available today. And just make out the current over there. Regretfully, not too much to see today. It is still only 25 cents if you wanted to actually use one of those perspective machines. Telescopes. Alright, we're going to make our way back now and go back across the bridge to Perspective Point to see the American Falls. shout out to the park staff as they saw that I was trying to get some of the moisture off the camera in the bathroom and asked me if I wanted some heavy-duty paper towel. My lips are trembling, it's getting a little cold, to wipe off the camera. Didn't even ask, just saw that I needed some and hooked me up. So very friendly, awesome service without even asking. Cave of the Winds behind me is open, but there is an admission for it. I got a lot of stuff I'm doing today on the other side of the falls that does require admission, so I'm giving it a pass. A lot of the stuff around here is actually closed. Terrapin Point, the path behind me that actually leads down towards the American side on the left side is closed as well. So this is kind of like a place that I probably should revisit at some point in the near future. But for the moment, just taking it in and getting comfortable with what it's about. It's actually got a bit better moisture-wise, so I'll be able to have you come along with me as we go across the bridge. As we exit Goat Island and cross the rapids, the American rapids, straight ahead here. I don't think it's going to be not misty here, however, as the rapids are kicking up a lot of moisture into the air, as they normally do. That's what you got to do to get these great perspectives. Found out recently that astoundingly this whole area of rapids was actually shut off or blocked off for some emergency work on the falls themselves to remove rocks from the bottom of the American Falls. So they actually dried out these two paths. Now we're on a small little island in between the bridges here, directly in the middle of the rapids. But yeah, as I said, they actually dammed off at the top of Lake Erie side there, which is to our right, this entire section of rapids, so that way they could clear rocks from the base of the falls on the American side. Actually would get a very good perspective of how impressive that feat was and just the overall force of these rapids from this section here. We can see the brute force. There's a lot of slippery force when it comes to ice. I'm gonna just take us around and kind of get a good view of everything. Just beyond the end of that path, so you know what. Gotta get you a good view of the edge here. Here's probably the most impressive section where you can get the good idea of the force. Just one last thing to check out as we finish up our mini vlog here today. As I watch my step, gotta watch your step in these very crazy conditions. But just behind me you can see the bridge that we just crossed. Leading to the falls straight ahead. people know that have been here or done the tourist centers and that. Not that many people have attempted to go over the falls, if ever, as far as I know, in a barrel on this side for obvious reasons because of the rocks at the bottom, as opposed to the Horseshoe, which you can actually just see from this perspective just beyond there. Well, just a couple of steps down here and you are right at the edge. I've never seen this before. It's quite an impressive view. Alright guys, well, just in time for it to start raining here, so we're gonna end the vlog as it starts to come down, but we caught everything just in time. Prospect Point is right behind me, but we're not gonna do that today as we get a better prospect on the other side of the bridge anyway, which I'm about to head back into my homeland.